Okay, let's get into this. We're doing a deep dive today on a phenomenon that is, well, it's just deeply chilling when you start to unpack it.
It really is.
This idea of a linguistic filter,
Yeah.
where the way you pronounce just one single word becomes a life or death test.
And that's our mission today, right? To look at the ancient origin of this and then trace how this exact blueprint repeats. It's a shocking look at how contempt, when it's given a tool, can be, well, tragically consistent across centuries.
And the original incident, the one that gave us the name for this, comes right out of the book of Judges, chapter 12. You have this conflict between the Gileadites and the Ephraimites, two groups of the same people, really. And on the surface, it's about a military dispute.
Right, but the sources are pretty clear. That was just the pretext. The real fuel was scorn, just this deep-seated scorn.
Gorn. What was that about?
The Ephraimites looked down on the Gileadites. They called them fugitives, basically suggesting they were rootless, social inferiors.
I see. So after the Gileadites win the battle, they seize the river fords to catch the fleeing Ephraimites.
And that's where they weaponized that scorn. They set up a test.
The test. This is the precision of it. They make the suspect say a word.
The word was Shibboleth. It means something like a stream or a flow of water.
And the Ephraimites, because of their dialect.
They simply couldn't produce that she sound. They would say Sibboleth.
And that tiny difference, that one sound.
That was it. An undeniable marker. You fail the test, you're executed on the spot.
And the scale of this is, it's just staggering.
42,000 Ephraimites killed over a single syllable.
42,000. It's almost hard to comprehend. And when you look at that ancient blueprint, it's horrifying to see it play out in modern times.
And it does, again and again. Take the Dominican Republic in 1937. The dictator, Rafael Trujillo, wants to expel Haitians. But, they look very similar. He needed a quick way to divide them.
So he needed his own shibboleth.
He found one. The Spanish word for parsley, pericel. Haitians, their language influenced by French, couldn't pronounce the Spanish R and J sounds in the same way.
So failing that pronunciation test.
It meant you were Haitian, and it led to mass executions. Tens of thousands were killed.
The mechanism is identical. And we see it again, don't we? In Japan, after the 1923 Kanto Great Earthquake.
Yes. Amid all that chaos and fear, rumors started spreading that Koreans were poisoning the wells.
People needed someone to blame. A target.
Exactly. And so civilians set up their own linguistic tests. They'd ask a suspect to say, 15 yan 50 sen.
A phrase that would immediately expose a non-native accent.
Right. If you stumbled, you were deemed Korean and killed. Sources say up to 23,000 people died that way.
So whether it's an ancient tribal rivalry or a modern crisis, the core insight seems to be the same. The word itself isn't the real weapon.
No, the word is just the delivery mechanism. The lethal force is the contempt that's already there, looking for an excuse. A crisis gives that scorn a reason to bloom into violence.
Which, of course, makes you look at our world today. Are we using our own modern word swords, language about politics or background, using these small differences to draw a line and say, you are not one of us?
And that really is the final thought to leave you with. The Shibboleth test turned a simple word into a weapon of division, a tool to enforce hate. So consider what language of, peace or unity we can actively choose to use today. How can we use our words to dismantle the barriers we build against people who are just different? That choice, unlike the one made at the Jordan River, is entirely yours.